Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be doing a knife review on the Bradley Kimura 5. I've had this knife for about 2.5 months now, and my overall impressions are I like the knife a lot. The knife's really good for EDC, and it's an okay flipper. Alright, when you first get this knife, you're going to get it in this box right here. That's why I put it in the background. I like the box, I think it looks nice. So, that doesn't really matter or anything. It matters what's inside the box. Alright, you're going to get this knife here, and it'll be inside some plastic wrapping. I don't have the wrapping with me right now, so I'm not going to show that to you. And let's get into some specifications about the knife. The overall length of it is 8.88 inches, and the blade length is 3.88 inches. The blade thickness, which is measured on the back of the spine right here, the thickness of that blade is 0.123 inches. The handle length is 5 inches. The handle thickness for this right here, the thickness of it is 0.41 inches. The close length of the knife is 5.25 inches, and the overall weight of it is 5 ounces. Alright, let's start into the review right here. I guess we'll start from the latch up. So, when you get this knife, it has a T-latch right here, but I made it into a modification, and it's not a spring latch or anything, but I just tightened it really super tight, so it's hard to move like that. I just tightened it down so it's hard to move and it'll stay in one place. It won't get caught in between the handles like that, which I was having a problem with. But it won't spring open or anything, but it just keeps out of the way, which I like. Also, when you get this knife, something I would recommend is take all these screws right here. Hold on, let me get you in for a focus here. Take all these screws right here and Loctite them. The latch screw, these screws, and your pivot screws. I just recommend Loctiting all those screws because I didn't, and I took my knife apart and I put it back together. Everything was fine, and I went outside to flip and record for my competition, and I lost this screw right here. It just popped right out and I couldn't find it. I called Kershaw because that's who makes this knife for Bradley, and they're sending me new everything because it comes in a kit. They send me new handle hardware, new pivots, and new washers. So that's kind of nice, and it's all for free. You just have to call them if anything like that happens. So it's good customer service. Alright, let's go up to the handles. As you can see, it is a sandwich style construction balisong, which is good in ways but bad in ways. The good part of it is it takes a lot of weight out from this. This is already a 5.4 ounce knife, so if this were to be channel construction, this would be like a 7 ounce knife, which is impossible to flip. The handles, I forgot the specific steel, but it's a Sandvik steel, and it will rust on you pretty easily because it's bead blasted, which opens up the steel's pores in them, so it's easier for moisture to get in. So just make sure you always oil down that blade and the handles just so you don't get any rust on there. Alright, let's go into the pivots. The pivots, inside them are phosphorus bronze washers, which I'll show you right here. Let me turn focus on. And I don't know if you can see that, but they're bronze phosphorus washers, which are the best because they're self-lubricating. so you don't have to oil them that much, and they'll stay smooth for a long time. And one thing I forgot to mention that kind of goes along with pivots is amount of handle play in these knives. Let me move this latch out here. Look at the handle play in this. I barely tighten this knife, and it's still like that. And I do EDC this knife, so I do put it through work, and it just isn't a flipper. I mean, I flip it more than I EDC it, but still handle play for a $90 knife is amazing. Alright, let's go into the blade. The blade on this knife is, I got the kimura 5, which for this is a spear point blade, and I think it looked the best out of all of them, so that's why I got it. I like the blade style a lot, and the thing is, the only bad thing I don't like about this is because I said before I EDC it, and this Sandvik steel is very soft, so it won't hold an edge that well, but it is a lot easier to sharpen if you're not that great at sharpening knives. So that's a pro, but I guess it's a con. You'll have to sharpen it more if you do EDC it. Another thing about this knife comes razor sharp, like extremely sharp. I have gotten multiple cuts from this knife, and first one was the first day I got this knife for my birthday, and I got cut really bad across my thumb. And it's because it's a razor sharp knife. It's the sharpest knife I own, and it's way sharper than any other battle song out there. Alright. So overall, I really like this knife a lot, and I think if you're thinking about getting it, don't think anymore. Just pick one up. It's not too expensive at all. I mean, this is the best knife you're going to get for the price range. If you don't want to invest in the money in a Benchmade or anything like that, this is your best bet. So, all in all, it's a great knife, and I recommend you buying one. So, thank you for watching, and have a good rest of your day.